Hey guys, welcome back to another new video, and if you haven't been watching the channel for long, you won't know this, but basically every year I get tired of looking at the same computer case, and for some reason just have to get a new one just for a change of scenery. Normally I will upgrade like some parts and stuff like that, but honestly I don't really think I need anything upgraded. Eventually I might change out the AIO in this. I've been having some problems with NZXT. They just seem like their quality control just isn't there, to be honest with you. Like when I first got the radiator has a couple like messed up fins and stuff like that. Then with like the hue, like the lights look great and everything, but for some reason this is the third strip this has happened to. One of the lights actually burnt out in it, and like when it cycles spectrum cycle or something like that, it'll change every color of every LED after it to a different color. So I think there's some kind of bridge connection or something, and this is literally the third strip this has happened to. Normally if I contact NZXT, they will send me a new strip free of charge if you contact the right people with customer service. It's just to the point to where it's like, why should I have to replace it? It's kind of ridiculous that it's even happening. So like I said, there's a little bit of quality control thing there. I'm switching over to the Fantex P400 tempered glass. This is also the Silent Edition, which I wouldn't recommend getting the Silent Edition just because, let me pop the front of this off right here. Basically, the Silent Edition just has some really cheap, like, sound dampening foam on it. Like, it's not real thick. It just doesn't seem like the best sound dampening foam. I mean, it's only a $10 upgrade, but honestly, I don't think it's worth the $10. One thing I really like about this case, though, is every port that gets air into it. So, like, it would get air into the front right here. Filter. We get air down on the bottom right here. There's filter on that too. If I wanted to get air from the top, filters. The only thing that isn't filtered is the back, and I mean you normally use that as an exhaust anyway, but it would have been cool if they would have added that and just had everything filtered. That would have been awesome. But yeah, so basically this video is just going to be me, probably a time lapse with some music and stuff. Of me just switching over all the components in this to here. I don't think I'm going to time-lapse the disassembly part of this computer just because it's going to take a little while, because with this not having all the filters and stuff like that, like there's no filter on the intake up here, there's no filter up here. Basically there's no filters at all except for the power supply. So me being in the basement and everything, and there's rabbits in the other room, it's open ceiling, so they just fling dust everywhere. Dust settles on all kinds of stuff. It's really in this PC really badly. So I'm going to have to go through every part I take out, just kind of clean up and everything before I even put it on here. I might do like a shot of like all the hardware sitting on a table or something like that with this before I put it together, but I haven't really decided then. I also have my GoPro going over there that's providing a second angle. I'm running that now. But yeah, I'm probably going to do a time lapse and just kind of face that way, or move the GoPro over here. I haven't really decided yet. Whatever the best angle is for the time lapse of me building it. So yeah, that's all I wanted to go over in this part of the video. And now let me just take this apart and then I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Everything is cleaned out now. It took me a little while to clean out the radiator, the graphics card, everything like that. It was all really dusty. One thing that I did want to mention that I was wrong about when I was talking about the H440 is it does have a front air filter that goes over top of the front fans right there, right behind the cover right in the front. But I noticed that it wasn't popped in all the way, and that could have been totally me. I'm not sure exactly why it wasn't popped in all the way. But we're moving over to this case, so hopefully it provides a lot better dust protection. What I got here is my Asus X99 Deluxe with my 5930K in it. I've got an NZXT cracking cooler. Like I said, down the line I might change that out, but for now it does perfectly fine. I've got my customized Asus GTX 980 Strix. The one thing that sucks that I customized about it is this white back plate. Kind of wish I would have just left that silver, because now it's kind of not going to fit in with everything. But then again, if it was silver, it kind of wouldn't fit in with anything anyway, because the back of it's black. I got my Corsair Hx750i. This thing's been pretty solid. I don't feel like I need any more power, so I'm sticking with this for now. I've got my 1TB drive for all my YouTube stuff, my 3TB drive for mass storage. I actually have an M.2 right here hanging off the X99 Deluxe board. SSD over here for cache, and then a 500 gig hard drive here for music and everything, which I mean you guys probably don't even care about. Also got 36 gigs of RAM from two 16 gig kits. Realistically, I probably only needed 16 gigs, but honestly, it just looks a hell of a lot better in X99 system when you see all them RAM slots populated. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for that. I want to go ahead and start building this so that way I can put everything back together, because I kind of had to move my desk out of the way and everything just to record this. So let me get over that. I'm going to time lapse it on the GoPro. Hopefully that's got plenty of battery and everything. If not, I will go back to this camera, but I think the GoPro will do a better job at it. So yeah, let's get right into that.
There's nothing I don't work hard to get, and everyone that I've met thinks I'm a success, but when my paycheck's less, I don't get upset. But you've got some things that I'll never have. It cuts my heart in half. It's in the way you stand and how they love you laugh, how you enchant. It's like they're in a trance. When I look up and I see your face, when I look up and I see your face, when I look up and I see your face, I feel something that I can't explain. When I look up and I see your face, when I look up and I see your face, when I look up and I see your face, I can see the ceiling in a way of using that for myself.
Face sealer.
I'll be the party's life every night, the one they always invite, the one in the spotlight, the one the ladies like, and I'll even have your wife when I live your life. When I look up and I see your face, when I look up and I see your face, when I look up and I see your face, when I look up and I see your face, when I look up and I see your face, when I look up and I see your face, I consider stealing it away and using it for myself.
Alright, so here it is, finally all completed. This case is awesome to build in, like, seriously awesome. Like, there's plenty of space for everything. This bottom cover is extremely big. You can fit everything down in there nice and neat. Had no trouble cable managing. Not sure how the audio is going to be on this because I'm recording on the GoPro because the big camera's kind of dead. But a few things I wanted to go over real quick is, for one, this thing. Don't do what I did and just assume things are going to fit. Because this thing is literally touching this bottom right here. And then it's kind of crammed up and kind of cramming these cords up in here. Hopefully nothing shorts out. I don't think it will. But yeah, it's pretty tight. This is the Kraken X61, I believe. Tried to turn the computer on a couple times. Wouldn't post. And that's because I had the CPU pump plugged into the wrong fan header. So I was reading no CPU fan. I really wish there was a better way to cable manage this thing up here, but you don't really see it too much. Other than that, everything else went in pretty much flawlessly. I can't wait until we find a way to make the USB 3 cables not as thick, because that thing is just kind of ridiculous to deal with through tiny little holes. Do like a right angle connector to where I can just pull it up and like pop it in and then it goes straight down. That'd be awesome. But it's probably not going to happen anytime soon because things suck sometimes. Anyways, one thing that I did want to show you guys real quick is these are the little grommet things that hold on the glass panel. One of mine didn't come with a little rubber piece like the other ones did. And then like the paint job on these, like some of them are worse than others. Like that is real spotty. Not really a big deal. I can touch that up kind of myself. It's just on the face of it. It's kind of poor quality control out of a case. I mean, it kind of is a cheaper case and you're getting tempered glass and everything. So you got to kind of settle for some things. One thing that I don't like though, these panels. These panels are a completely different color than the outside of the case. Why they did this, I have no idea. Now, what they did include though, let me find them, are these filters, which pretty much you're always going to have on because those don't match at all, and these look a hell of a lot better. I think for me though, these plastic pieces are actually going to end up staying on here, even though it doesn't match as good, just like the color's like way different. I'm really worried about like dust settling through these because even though they're like mesh and they're filters and everything, they're not the greatest filters, so they're not going to block out like little tiny specks of dust and stuff, and that's basically the problem that I have in my other system. But actually, let me put the glass on the side of this and show you that too. But yeah, with the glass on, it just looks amazing! Like, so happy with how this turned out. Let me turn the lights off. Like, look at that. Oh, it looks so good! And then you can hit the button in the front. Let me find it. Change the colors right from the front. It's so awesome. Yeah, this is by far my favorite case. The cases I've had is this one, the Corsair 760i. It's a big one with the giant window on the side. I didn't like that because it didn't have a power supply shroud. Then you had the Air 540. I didn't really like that one because it took up way too much space. Then the NZXT H440. I just didn't like the layout of that. I didn't like the big board on the side. This one, however, is perfect looking. I don't know if you guys can see that. But what's driving me nuts is I don't want to open this again and put fingerprints on the glass. But there's a tiny little hair that's stuck right there. That just wants to keep waving around and won't let go so it can fly through the back. Thank you guys for watching. Give it a like if you liked it. This thing pretty much took me all day to film just because I had to move around everything. I got to move everything back before I go to bed. Dislike if you dislike, but come on, man. I put a lot of work into this one. But yeah, other than that, I'll see you guys next time.
I feel something that I can't explain.